Well, Man United is playing Man City for the very first time in an FA Cup finale. Welcome to United Matters channel. This opportunity would have happened if at all United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knocked out Chelsea at Wembley in the FA Cup final and Man City knocked out Arsenal. But as it stood, the two teams from Manchester were knocked out by the two teams from London. Man City was knocked out by Arsenal, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scoring a brace, and Chelsea beat Man United by 4-1. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Rokan David is my name. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And it's really going to be a very highly competitive game as United needs to stop the treble of Man City. Remember, in the entire league, it's only United. In the entire England or United Kingdom, it's only United that has ever gone ahead to win a treble. What's a treble? There are three trophies: the Premier League, FA Cup, and the Champions League. And that happened in 1999 when Manchester United won the league, beat Bayern Munich in the dying minutes of the Champions League. That was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Teddy Sheringham, and obviously Arsenal and Aston Villa, their culprits, into the semi-final and final of the FA Cup. Now, huge game coming in through. Pep Guardiola is really having some little bit of doubts, but those players return to training because they spent 1 week without training. That is Ruben Diaz, Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish. There is this other player. What is his name? Let me check here. Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish, Ruben Diaz, and Manuel Akanji. John Stones is also set to return. Even Rodri is also set to return. And Nathan Ake, who played against Brentford, is also expected to come in and obviously do the needful. So that means City is going to be having a fully fit squad. What about Manchester United? For Manchester United, we are having the following out: Lisandro Martinez, Donny van de Beek, Marcel Sabitzer, Tom Heaton, Anton Martial. Then, the boost that we've got is all about Antony. Antony is expected to be fit for the game you're going to play against Man City on Saturday. So it shows you that that is another huge boost that United have gone ahead to experience coming in from Erik ten Hag himself. Before the game of Fulham started at Old Trafford, he confirmed us that Antony is going to be available for the game of Man City. That is the finale. Most of us, we are really worried because the way he was really taken off the field of play when United was playing the side of Chelsea, it was really worrying. But Erik ten Hag surprised us and told us that the player is really going to be up and running and available to come in through and obviously get the job out of the way. So that is it. Coming in from the sick bay and injury room of both teams, City is having a fully fit squad. Man United is having close to 5 players away, and most notable is Anton Martial, Marcel Sabitzer, Lisandro Martinez. Those are the 3 players that you would have loved to really have into the finale. Martial found himself getting hamstring injury after playing against Fulham. Injury prone player. I've always come in through and obviously thrown in my hand for him, but obviously this time around I think it's high time Anton Martial got sold, because if you can't be available for 2 months, because he returned on the 1st, he played his first game ever since he got injured in January. He returned, I think, on the 2nd of April when you're playing Newcastle. So April is done, and even before we got May out of the way, he's injured. He was fit for 2 months, and he has been out for 2 months. So it does not make sense. We need a center forward who can come in through and obviously do the needful. And with that Anton Martial situation, that means we not only need 1 center forward, we need 2 more center forwards to come in through and obviously bridge that gap and get in those goals. Because if you're having a world-class center forward and you're facing a team like City, you're having Marcus Rashford on his high, Jadon Sancho or Antony playing off the right, and that center forward leading the line who is world class with Bruno Fernandes playing behind him. You will have many chances of really killing off City than playing with either Marcus Rashford or Wout Weghorst. That is it coming in from the sick bay of Manchester United. So this season we're gonna hate to play Man City twice. The first game was played, I think, on the 2nd of October at Etihad. We swallowed 6 and we scored 3. When they came at Old Trafford, we beat them by 2-1. Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes scoring on the day. It has gone ahead to really look like it's now a 1-1. It's a draw. And the final decider of who is the king of Manchester, especially in as far as these tournaments are really concerned, it's this game on Saturday. You know, people have their different narratives on how they want Erik ten Hag to play, and I've also come up with my team that I think Ten Hag is going to choose. But all in all, we know City are favorites. That's it. They're having a better squad. They're going to play a better game of football. They are going to possess the ball more than us. We all know that. And Ten Hag just has to go on and really seize on the moments that we are going to create and obviously put him into the back of the net. It's going to be an end-to-end game according to me, as City will go ahead and really pass their tiki-taka through to the final third and obviously try to score us. We will also be hitting them on the break and maybe getting some brilliant moments from the combination of Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford to see to it that we create magic from those spaces. Now, United has never played City in an FA Cup finale or in any finale. They are playing themselves for the very, very first time, you know? And it's a Manchester derby. Wembley is really going to be fully packed. So expect lots of things to happen in there for you. But we've already went at Wembley and won. That's it. We've already went at Wembley and won. So I'm not worried about that. But my worry is, how are we going to stop City? Because if you can stop City, then you can go ahead and really do all your magic and obviously score those goals. Now, let's go to the predicted starting 11 as expected by me and my team here onto the United Matters channel. The system, obviously, Ten Hag is going to play a 4-2-3-1. He might change it because when we are playing City at Old Trafford, he played with a 4-3-2-1, you know, a midfield 3 of Fred, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes. That's it. Now, then, the two midfielders, were they? I think there was Antony, Rashford. Let me check. I remember that game like yesterday. Let me check the system that Ten Hag really did, because I really remember he played a 4, all right? It was a 4-3-2-1 system, you know? Oh, it was a 4-2-3-1. It was a 4-3, but Bruno Fernandes, Fred and Casemiro were playing the midfield 3. Then Rashford and Eriksen were playing ahead of Casemiro, Fred and Bruno. Then Martial was leading the line. That's how Erik ten Hag really lined up on the day. And I think he might not change it. He might come up with the same system. That's it. But let's see how that is going to pan out according to me. Now, let's go eyes. In the goalkeeping department, I expect David De Gea to be in between the stitches of Manchester United, because he is a Golden Glove winner, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Still not yet perfect when it comes to really playing the ball and distribute it very well with his foot, but obviously he's learning it and he has gone ahead to perfect it a little bit as he's learning on the job. That is David De Gea for you. He's learning on the job, and you cannot come out and really criticize David De Gea, because to me, I believe he's one of the players that you would bet on to go ahead and obviously do the needful and obviously get you the best that you deserve as a team of Manchester United. If you want the best of him, he will save us. And I think his ball distribution skills are really improving left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. That is David De Gea for you. So, in the right back position, there is Dalot, a player who has just been awarded a new contract of 6 years, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, a man who is really in top-notch form. He is really one of the right backs that are going to excite me in the entire league towards the end of the season. Not because that I support Manchester United, but when you look at how he freely expresses himself on the ball, you just get to know that Ten Hag is going to do a very exceptional job in Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Defensively, he's one of the best. He's the best defender when it comes to 1v1. So I expect Aaron Wan-Bissaka to start ahead of Diego Delo. And what is his main job going to be? Obviously, it's going to be defending Jack Grealish. That's it. And I think that's going to be a piece of cake for him. But the goal we considered at Old Trafford, he failed to keep Jack Grealish, and Jack Grealish found himself well positioned to meet the cross that Kevin De Bruyne made from the byline, and he headed to the back of the net. That's it. So he needs to really keep that back post very. But I think he's going to have to improve a lot onto that, because I saw him in the game of Chelsea maintaining that back post very well. Against Fulham, I saw him really marking that back post very well. Now against Fulham, he never played, but I've seen him in very many games trying to master the art of really marking that back post. So Bissaka for me is going to be put into the right back position. Then on the left back position, obviously there comes a man who everyone likes. There is a divided opinion over this, but I think this man is really going to be played onto the left back of Man United. That is Luke Shaw, as you see him there. That is Luke Shaw, left back of Manchester United. And I know people are really having some thoughts that he should have gone ahead to be played into the central defense, but I think Ten Hag is going to play him onto that side. You cannot come and ditch in Malaysia in such a huge game at Wembley. You can bring him on later, but you cannot really bring him in at the start of the game, because the adrenaline are going to be high. The pressure is really going to be high. You need experienced players who have ever gone ahead to do this, who have ever gone ahead to play in the finale and start it and obviously play a full 90 in it. Luke Shaw is one of those. So I expect Luke Shaw to play onto that side. Now, in the central defense, I expect Rafael Varane to be played onto the right side of the central defense. Obviously, you know what it means when you're having Varane. He's one of the best that you'll ever get when it comes to really playing that side. So Rafael Varane is going to be played onto the right side of the central defense. Now, people are really worried that Harry Maguire got some minutes against Fulham. He played a full 90. Rokani, don't please get us Harry Maguire into that mix. You know how much I can't even come close to bringing Harry Maguire into this team. And on the left side of the central defense, I call in this man. That is Victor Lindelof. For what he has gone ahead to really portray on the field of play, it will be a betrayal for Erik ten Hag not to play Lindelof into this finale. That's it. He's in elite form. He's flawless. There is no way you can convince him that you're going to play him on the bench. That's it. I think that's going to be our back four, according to me. And I think Lindelof can really do the job. All what he needed was to be really trusted, get the playing minutes in him, and obviously he's really fit and fresh to take on the likes of Haaland and the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. Now, Luke Shaw is going to face Riyad Mahrez or Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden. Then Varane and Lindelof have a duty to go in and really defend a player that is really the best striker in the world, Erling Haaland. That's the job they have. Let's go to the midfield. The double pivot of Manchester United, we expect it to be having Casemiro in the mix, and obviously the tenacious and workaholic Fred to do the mix. That's it. So that is the double pivot for me. Fred, Casemiro in the double pivot. And obviously we expect the tenacity of Fred to see to it that it takes us to the next level, and obviously cover a lot of space for Casemiro to grant him was to do other things. When you look at Fred, I think his main job is going to be stopping Kevin De Bruyne. If you don't stop Kevin De Bruyne, you are going to find yourself hard into this game. Then central attacking midfield. This is the man that I believe Ten Hag is going to bring him on. That is, Eriksen is going to start as a cam. I think if at all you play him as a cam in this game, it's better a little bit, because at least you know that you're having two workaholics in the double pivot. You play him ahead of Casemiro and Fred. And why do you get in Eriksen? Because you cannot get him off the bench to come and change the game. That's it. A player that should come off the bench to come and change the game should be having what we call intensity, you know? And the work rate of Eriksen is really low, and you cannot rely on him when it comes to things of hard work. Now, let's continue on to the other players that we expect to start. On the right attacking side, left attacking side of the midfield, I believe Bruno is going to be shifted to the left attacking side of the midfield. That is it, because we expect him to really go ahead and really track that side, and obviously see to it that players like Kyle Walker and Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, all Riyad Mahrez don't really torment us when it comes to that attack of City. Then on the right attacking side of the midfield, I know he's returning from injury, but Ten Hag loves him a lot, gives us balance off the right. I think Antony is going to start. Then Rashford is going to lead the line. Now, when you look at that lineup, there is no Sancho. Sancho has been one of the best performing players of the club of Manchester United. And why do I think Ten Hag is going to go ahead and really bench a little bit of Sancho? A reason being, he needs to be having quality off the bench. If you get Sancho off the starting 11, that means you're having Garnacho, you're having Sancho. Two players that can really change the game, you know, off the bench as far as the forward line is really concerned. I mean, look at Antony, he's returning from injury. Do you expect him to come in through and obviously play a full 90 or 120 minutes in this game? I doubt. So I think Ten Hag will go that way. Then for Eriksen, I think they'll also take him off. You know, you take Eriksen off and you put Bruno back into the central attack midfield area, then you find yourself getting Sancho or Garnacho in to really increase on the attack. But the substitutions will depend onto the match situation. My prediction, 2-1 win for Manchester United. I'm going for 2-1 win for Manchester United. That's my prediction, guys. Now, let's see what Google has to say about this. Google has gone ahead and really told us some things concerning Manchester United, that this is the first ever major final between Man City and Manchester United we've never played in a finale before. Man United have won 5 of their last 6 FA Cup meetings with Man City, most recently a 3-2 away win in January 2012. The only exception in that run was a semi-final victory for Man City in 2010-2011. Now, the other fact, head-to-head, is that this will be the third meeting between Man City and Man United at Wembley Stadium, with the other two coming in 2011. The Citizens won an FA Cup semi-final tie 1-0 with the Red Devils, 1-3-2 in the Community Shield. So we've only met twice at the Wembley Stadium. That's it. Second, lastly, this is Manchester City's 12th FA Cup finale, winning 6 and losing 5 of the previous 11. They've alternated between losing and winning in their last 4, most recently beating Watford 6-0 in 2019. That is Man City for you. And lastly, Man United are contesting their 21st Cup final or FA Cup finale, the joint most of any side in history of the competition, along with Arsenal. They've won the trophy 12 times, with their 8 final defeats, the joint most of any side with Chelsea and Everton. So that is it, all coming in from Manchester United, and you can now understand that it's really going to be a well-heated game at Wembley. I'm going in for that prediction. I don't know what your predictions are going to be. Tell me your thoughts about this game, Man City versus Manchester United. It's all happening down on Wembley on Saturday. And don't forget that tomorrow we are getting you the Erik Ten Hag press conference as far as this fixture is really concerned. But all eyes on Saturday are going to be heading at Wembley, and we'll be here letting you know the match preview and what has really gone ahead to happen down at Wembley. Is United stopping the treble? Yes or no? All that into the comment section below. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. That's what I had for you now. I'm out.